Amalia no quiere ir, no quiere. No quiere, no quiere, no quiere Amalia. Amalia no quiere. No quiere, no quiere, no quiere, no quiere. Mi Amalia no quiere. No quiere, no quiere, no quiere mi Amalia. No quiere mi Amalia. Eboso mi Amalia. Eboso, eboso, eboso no quiere. Amalia no quiere. No quiere mi Amalia. Eboso no quiere. Quiere mi Amalia. Quiere, no quiere. Amalia no quiere. Quiere mi Amalia no quiere. Amalia eboso. Quiere eboso. Amalia eboso.
Hello, everybody. Still waiting on some folks to come up in the chat room. I am ready to do your readings and everything. And let's talk about LaMadama. We talked about it last night. I took the video down. So I'm here to do another video for you all. It was said, someone in the chat said, hey, look, you look like a beautiful LaMadama. There are so many people out there that associate figurines and photos of a black woman with a red head wrap, white shirt, and a red bandana with a very disparaging figure, once again, in African American culture. After I heard that wonderful compliment and someone had an issue with the figure and said, hey, somebody, they're laughing at you and they're talking about you, I decided that I was going to go and dig in deeper and find out more information about LaMadama, because I've actually seen her before. You understand what I mean? I've seen videos on her before. And I've always thought that she was a beautiful, powerful figure, okay? We're going to have to change a lot of things in African American culture, and the catalyst began here. We should not be ashamed of our culture. You understand? Other people are celebrating us. You see what I mean? See, in African American culture, we've been torn down by psychological warfare, that we're supposed to be embarrassed about our heavy-set, black, dark-skinned women. We're supposed to be embarrassed about grandma and big mama and them and all of them. Very resilient individuals that made a way out of no way. You understand what I mean? They are the reason why this very day we are where we are right now. And whereas we got colorists, you understand what I mean? Having an issue. And I'm not gonna be here long because I got about 2 readings booked today. So one lady's trying to get home so we can do it. So I want to, first of all, my website is up, www.motherwizdomtree.com. My website is up. So you all can go on out there and do your thing. Let me put it out. Let me put it in my chat right quick. First of all, I want to save this because we're gonna go over this. LaMadama. Okay. Since I don't have my moderators in here, just you know what I mean. Everything's moving a little bit slow today, but that's fine. We need to take our time. Okay. So. How y'all doing in the chat? Okay, so I'm back again. I had to take that video down last night, but I would like to put more emphasis on LaMadama, and then I'm going to be doing some quick reads, but I do have 2 readings scheduled, so I'm going to have to, move fast, but don't worry about it. Till later on tonight, I'm going to come back, you know what I mean? I'm going to come back and do another late night video. So if y'all can just give me a minute. Oh, let me put this on my clipboard. Where's my clipboard? And my notes. Okay, I got that in my notes because I don't want to lose that. And let me put my thingy-madoodle in the chat. Okay, let me turn this down so I won't get any feedback here. Okay. Can you put a link in the chat where people just click right on it? Okay, so I just put it there. If you're wanting readings, go there, book your readings, or you can book at Cash App, or you could book on PayPal. My Cash App is $VENITALUV. That's Cash App, okay? Or you can send it straight to my PayPal, which is spirittree41@yahoo.com. SPIRITREE41@yahoo.com to book your readings and stuff. A lot of people are calling for readings and stuff like that. I am available. I got 2 booked for today. I'm available. What I'm doing is a special time only because I know, for some people, $200 is quite a bit. If you go to PayPal, it's $150. If you go to Cash App, it's $200. But for people who don't have that kind of money, I can do for 30 minutes, a 30-minute read for $75. Okay. 25 minutes, I can do 25 minutes, I can do $50, okay? For people who don't really have that much, but like you're limited on time. You see what I mean? So we got to get that out of the way for people who may not necessarily have $150 to $200. Right now, I'm going to do like a 1 or 2 card pull. You know what I mean? So for all of the people who want to know of any hidden mysteries or whatever, that 1 card comes up. And if you want more elaboration, then you can go ahead and book for a 25 minute read, or you see where I'm coming from? Okay, did I do that right? 25 minutes. Okay, 25 minutes will get you $50. Let's put it like that. We're just gonna scratch out that 75. Look, when you spend $200, that kind of money, you get 2 or 3 hours. You get much time as you need. Some people call back after they look at their cards, because I always give you a picture. I text message the pictures to you. You look at the pictures. If there's anything on there you have any concern about, you can call me back. I always burn candles for every last one of my clients. and I offer remedies. So if you got a situation where you're suffering somewhere here on the crossroads, you understand, we do offer oils and stuff. I can't keep oils, I can't keep dolls, anything of those natures, because everything is handmade, okay? You do not get the run of the mill here. It's one of a kind. I wanted to talk about LaMadama. Okay? I'm going to talk about LaMadama. Press 1 if you're familiar. I mean, like, I have talked about her last night. If you were in my session last night, the video that I took down, just press 1. If you've already heard it, press 1. Okay? Jay first to the chat. Millicent, how you doing? What's up, Rod? Okay, Rod remembers. So anyway, so I really want to talk about that because, like, once again, in the African American community, it is frowned upon when people see an image of Aunt Jemima. You understand? It's like they're repulsed by the darkness of the skin. They see her as a servant. They see her as a slave, but they don't see the power within her, the fact that she was able to make a way out of no way. She was able to serve the community, serve her family, her loved ones, her friends, and serve in the big house. But instead of her being revered, people have shamed her. We are the descendants of Aunt Jemima. I am the descendant of LaMadama. We still here. Strong physical and spiritual beings. And whereas in American culture, not everybody, okay, some of them are embarrassed. But on the other hand, when you go to the Caribbeans, she is celebrated. The Latino community, the Afro-Caribbean community is celebrating LaMadama. In African American culture, once again, she is who? Aunt Jemima. In a perfect world, I would have Aunt Jemima in American culture and LaMadama all over my kitchen. But people even hate the figurines that are in people's kitchen. At one particular time, when it was being celebrated, people would actually purchase them. African Americans would purchase them just to break them. They hated the figure so much because they had been through so much tribulation dealing with the civil rights movement, dealing with just a lot of conflict, towns being burned down, towns being flooded, people being hung from magnolia trees and great oak trees, torture. You understand? Cutting the ear off, selling the ear as a good luck charm, cutting the fingers, cutting the thumbs off, selling them as good luck charms. It was so horrible until people had decided, look, I'm done. So anything that looked like that figure, guess what? They will purchase it and break it. They would get enraged. Matter of fact, A Different World did, watch that video, A Different World did a scene where Kim was a heavyset, dark-skinned woman, and they wanted to do a skit on Aunt Jemima, and they were choosing all of the people to play certain characters and roles in it, and they chose Kim, the dark-skinned girl, to be the actual Aunt Jemima character. And she was so hurt and would not express how much pain she was in. And y'all watch the video. But she was angry, and then the cook came out and explained to them, because the women were all fair skinned, and they could not understand why she was so upset, because she was chosen for their role. And so the cook came out and said, after looking at all the figurines, oh, if I could get my hands on the figurines were all over the table, just everywhere. Beautiful. Where are those figurines right now? I want to get my hands on them. But he explained to them what they didn't understand. They were asking, why she got an issue with this? She should be honored. And he showed the figurines. He said, because she's black, she's dark skinned, and she's fat. And then they were like, oh, they didn't understand. So I'm here to raise an awareness to show you all the beauty of your culture, LaMadama and Aunt Jemima. I take it as a compliment. When the person said it, I know genuinely they were being very kind when they gave me that compliment. Okay? No one is going to shame me. You understand? I celebrate Aunt Jemima. Matter of fact, I think on this channel, my other channel, I actually have a video about Aunt Jemima and all of the wonderful things that she's done. You can go in a house, in an Afro-Caribbean house or a Latino house, and she is on the altar. Somebody that looks like me. You understand? So I'm going to read more, because I don't want any distractions. You know, all that mess and stuff, all that those distractions. I don't want any of that here. So I'm going to briefly let people know. LaMadama, in the context of African culture, particularly in the Afro-Caribbean, and I am Afro-Caribbean. I'm every woman. I'm every woman. It's all in me. Yeah, so anyways, I'm a multicultural mix, as I've already told you all. My family came from a Caribbean country called Saint Martin. Okay, so we're from Saint Martin, right off the coast of Puerto Rico. So that's where we originated from, and so that's why I look so Caribbean. A lot of people think I'm from Jamaica and everything. Who knows? Maybe I got some Jamaican descendants, but my my adopted mom is she's a descendant of Jamaica, okay, and me, Saint Martin. So once again, La Madama, in the context of African culture, particularly in the Afro-Caribbean and Afro-Latin traditions, refers to a spiritual or folkloric figure often associated with protection, wisdom, and maternal energy. She has that motherly like energy. She's referred to as an old wise woman. This concept is deeply rooted in the syncretic religious practices that emerge from the blending of African traditions with Catholicism and indigenous beliefs during the transatlantic slave trade. The origins and syncretism. LaMadama is believed to have originated from the spiritual practices Oh, well, thank you. I know that Jesus does love me. Thank you so much. Uh-huh. The spiritual practices of enslaved Africans in the Caribbean and Latin America, particularly in places like Cuba, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic. The figure is often associated with the Yoruba religion, which comes out of Nigeria, which was brought to the Americas by enslaved Africans. Over time, it blended with Catholic saints and indigenous spiritual practices, creating a unique syncretic tradition, symbolism, and representation. LaMadama is typically depicted as a strong, nurturing woman, often dressed in traditional African attire or in a way that reflects her African heritage. She is seen as a protector of homes and families, offering guidance and wisdom to those who seek her help. In some traditions, she's associated with the Orisha deities of the Yoruba religion, such as Umaja, goddess of the ocean and motherhood, or Ochum, goddess of love and fertility. Spiritual practices. In Afro Caribbean spiritual practices like Santeria, Palo, or Voodoo, La Madama may be invoked during rituals or ceremonies for protection, healing, or guidance. Offerings such as flowers, candles, or food might be made to honor her and seek her blessings. She is often called upon to help with matters related to family, love, and overcoming challenges. Cultural significance. The cultural significance. Okay, y'all, I got to get ready to go. My readings are coming up. I got to get to a reading. Okay. La Madama represents resilience and the preservation of African identity and traditions in the face of colonization and slavery. She is a symbol of the strength and the wisdom of African women and African American women, embodying the maternal and protective qualities that are highly valued in many African Afro diasporic cultures. Modern interpretations today, La Madama continues to be a significant figure in Afro Caribbean spirituality and culture. She is about celebrated in art, music, and literature as a representation of African heritage and feminine power. In some communities, she is also seen as a guardian of justice and a figure who helps to right wrongs. She carries a machete with her. Almost kind of sound like some Oya, doesn't it? If you are referring to a specific cultural or regional interpretation of La Madama, okay? We're going to go deeper into that on another um, video, but I just felt compelled that I needed to come back and do that video and give it justice, that no one should be ever embarrassed by the figure of the big fat black woman. Hello? With that head wrap. Because I done met her plenty of times before. Not only have I looked in the mirror and saw her, but I have seen her in doctor's offices. I've seen her in hospitals. I never will forget, my pressure was up real high. And I really was not feeling too good. I couldn't get my pressure down. I had got off my blood pressure medicine. This was back in 2018. And I wanted to do everything more of a from a herbal perspective. I didn't want to take the pharmaceuticals. So I began to take the herbals, and I was okay. I felt okay, but it was only because I still had pharmaceuticals in my body regulating my blood pressure for about, I say, about 2 months. I was good because that stuff stayed in your system for quite a bit of time. And then all of a sudden, I started to feel like just like a pressure cooker. Like I was going to actually just really, I just didn't feel good. My head was feeling full and all of these different things. I started to get some water weight gain on me. And so I stayed off it for 6 months. All of a sudden, I started having trouble with my eyes. I couldn't see too good. And it was like something is wrong. Then I began to kind of like have like hallucinations, like because I was finna get ready to check out. When you get ready to check out, you start, people don't tell you, but you start seeing stuff. I kept seeing little kids everywhere, little children, and I'd be like, look at that little kid. And then my family would be like, there's no kid there. I'm like, it's a child over there. No, it's no child. Just kept seeing small kids. Don't ask me why. And I realized I couldn't read. My vision was really, really, really fuzzy. And then I was sleeping, and all of a sudden, like I didn't know my right arm was here. I couldn't, and it may look different on y'all end over there, but it may look like it's my left on your end. But I said, I can't feel my arm. I tried to go to sleep. I couldn't sleep. My bird just kept on and kept on and kept on. I said, something is wrong. So that night I couldn't sleep and I couldn't feel my arm. I got up. When I got up, my vision was double. I was seeing double vision. I hopped in my car and drove. I shouldn't have been driving. And everything was like double. One thing would look like two of them. I got myself to the hospital. And the doctor, he said, I'm putting you in the hospital. You know when you see it, because when you sick, you don't mind them putting you in the hospital. When you feeling okay, understand, you kind of get nervous about being put in the hospital. I was glad he's put me inside of the hospital. So they put me inside of the hospital. And I was there for 3 days. They was trying to maintain, get my pressure down. They was sending me through MRIs. They was putting Dopplers on my neck to make sure blood flow was going to my brain and everything. Then this mean doctor comes in. You just ain't been taking your blood pressure medicine. And I was like, oh, doctor, it's so hard. I'm old. And he said, you not old yet. He said, we don't start discussing old until you get up in them 70s. You ain't there yet. You know, like he was like one of those like doctors, like, you know, military style, like, hey, you better take care of yourself, because if you don't care, ain't nobody else gonna care. So and I was sitting there just dousing down vinegar trying to get my pressure down and everything. And it was this heavy set young girl comes in, dark skin, real dark girl. She said, you, cause I took some aspirin before I got to the hospital. I kept, you know what I mean? I kept myself from getting too sick, because I was trying to thin my blood. Matter of fact, I had got back on my blood pressure medicine. Y'all don't know it, a week prior. But by the fact I went so long without the pressure medicine, it wasn't helping. So that big heavy set girl that looked just like LaMadama came in there. And she was young. She said, you saved yourself from having a stroke. Good, looked like she wasn't no more than 30 years old. She said, I'm glad you took that aspirin before you got here. Because she said all them symptoms was stroke symptoms. So I went, I had to come back for a follow-up. And it was another big old black woman. Big old heavy set black woman. Big old hips and everything just sitting there. Her energy was so comforting and it was so loving. The lady looked like she could have been about 62 years old. And she came out and she told me, I don't care what kind of studies they did on you, baby, when they took you, because I had to go through an MRI and everything. They were trying to see if I had a stroke. She said, you was going to have a stroke. And I said, oh my God. She said, you can't never let yourself ever get like that back there, like that no more. Because she said, a lot of folks think that they can maintain this stuff without medication. She said, but what happens to you is, she said, eventually your kidneys give out. Your heart is like, she said, how she put it, your heart is actually destroyed. And she said your blood vessels can actually just, just burst. She said your heart can just split wide open. I'm like, she said, ma'am, you can have an aneurysm. She said, don't ever get what I get to the point you ain't on your medicine. She said, some people ain't on their medicine and they have strokes and eventually they can't talk no more. They get blind. They be in a wheelchair, all that stuff. She said, you come on in here, we can prevent that, because they kept giving me blood thinners. I get a shot here, I get a shot there. They was just alternate these shots back and forth on my stomach. And it thinned my blood out. And then they put me on aspirin before I went home. I was on a blood thinner. And then eventually it weaned me down to an aspirin. And eventually it took a month for me to properly get my vision back. So, you know what I mean? I said all of this to say this. We're all healers. But it's something about that woman that looks like Aunt Jemima. LaMadama. You understand? You can laugh at her. Because when you're laughing at her, you're laughing at her struggles. You're laughing at your ancestors. You can do whatever you want to do. But one day, you might need Aunt Jemima. LaMadama. She's also compared to Mama Wata. Mama Wata also wears red and white and keeps her head round. So my thing is, go ahead and laugh. You laugh today, but I laugh tomorrow. Now, if hey Raquel, how you doing? Thank you so much for moderating, coming in. I was just wondering. I said, are any of my moderators gonna show up? But I know how that thing is. Once you get engaged with a lot of mess and confusion, it kind of knock your algorithms off and everything. YouTube pretty much punishes you when you go into those rants and raves back and forth with that confusion. That's why I had to get off my channel, and it does affect your views. YouTube would not put you out there like you should be when you do that, because they think you want drama. So you will only get views when you do drama. So it's going to take a minute to get the algorithms back up again. But I'm very, very patient. And I'm hopeful. Once again, if you're looking for readings, www.motherwizdomtree.com. Miss Willa had to ground. Don't hit the ground me, because I was going back and forth. Miss Willa said, look, at the end of the day, you got a gift and you got a talent. Most don't have. So people, they expect more from you than those people. He said those people create drama, suspense, mess. That's what they supposed to do. He said, but you're not created for that. He said, you're created to heal, to read, to make dolls. Y'all, I didn't work on that doll last night. Oh. He said, this is what you're supposed to be creating. He said, the people you're arguing with don't have a gift like this. Because if they had a gift like this, they wouldn't be hyperly concerned at all about your personal appearance, what your house look like, what your temple look like. They wouldn't be concerned. He said, because the people that are making these statements don't even have a house. So he hit the ground. He said, do they have a house? I said, I'm not sure. He said, you got 2 houses you got to concentrate on. These people got time on their hand. because they don't have houses. Whereas you got to sit down and you got to make sure these taxes are paid or whatever, because I run everything. He said they don't have nothing to do. So he had to pull me back from there. He said, concentrate on them dolls. He said they want them dolls. Those people that are talking about you can't make them. I said, oh, yeah, you're right. Concentrate on your music. Concentrate on your jewelry, protective healing jewelry. So these reason why I'm showing my products, because they're available. My products available. I created this. This is the magic genie in the bottle. If you are interested in this, okay, you better get you one. I got to concentrate on things that are very, very important. It was fun doing that, but that's not what I came here to do. You better get you one. Magical genie in the bottle, hand created by me, an artist. Hello, Madama, LaMadama. She's an artist. She's a singer. She sings. She's very gifted. Yes, she is. And press one if you want a quick read, because I got to get to my client. I got to get to her, and later on I have to do another reading for another client. I hand created this. It's on my website, www.motherzdomtree.com, if you're interested in protective jewelry. This is wire wrap. I wire wrap this on my hand. It has been blessed. It is pearls and amethyst. This is my first time doing something like this. I had a lot of fun with that. Okay, that's how it look on you. Okay. Hand wrap. This is a quartz crystal. Everything I'm showing you handmade. So, you know, I can't sell a word. I create and sell products. Here's another one. This is my fave. This is my favorite right here. This right here is zoisite. And these are, once again, pearls. And it's all 100% copper. Copper is a conductor. It communicates. Understand? What I love about zoisite is ruby is my favorite. It's my... Out of all the crystals, I am in love with ruby. And zoisite has some ruby inside of it. Once again, readings. If you're going to read, 25-minute read, $50. And then it goes up from there. Protective bones. The protective bones. You can get these right here. Very protective. You understand what I mean? And you better know what you're doing with these lucky bones. I call them the lucky bones. Give you an idea of... You can also divine with these lucky bones. You understand? But they're very protective. You can keep them in your car. You can keep them in your bedroom. You understand? Very magical. Very magical. Oh, look like it's trying to send me a message. So I want y'all to see this now. What is in here? This right here is a handmade face, an African handmade face that I created with my hands. So that's why y'all see like black fingernail polish on my hands. You might see some of the stuff in my nails and stuff like that, because not only am I a gardener, you understand, but I'm also a sculptor. You understand? So some of the residue may get in my nails. You see that there now. Here we go. Everything centers around this face. This face represents the actual client or the recipient. You understand? But they're protective for people who say, Mama, you know what? I need some supernatural protection. Look, I got ooh, ain't nobody want mama reading. Everybody scared. Okay. Once again, hey Raquel, thank you for moderating and indigenous living. How are you? Yamaya. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh-huh. Thank you. Our moderator said visit www.motherwisdomtree.com for all your spiritual supplies and consultations, readings, and handcrafted dolls and jewelry. For a lot of people, you know, you might have been waiting for your spiritual products for a minute, and your readings now is the time. Come on and get your readings. Honey, don't be out there left in the cold. What I like about readings is this, it's going to let you know the pitfalls that's on its way so you can go ahead on and get yourself prepared to avoid them bumps in the road. But you know how it is. Sometimes we get scared. You know what I mean? When we don't want to face what's going to happen because we feel like if we ignore it, it'll go away. Yeah, it'll go away once we come up with the remedy. Okay. Did anybody want to read? Oh, I didn't even see. Oh, everybody want one. I didn't see this. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the first. When my client called, I'm going to get off, but I'm going to come back because I said I'm going to spend today, which is Oya's Day. We got to talk about that powerful figure. Or y'all chose me. I didn't choose her. Hello? I was there when she chose me. I was at the ocean in Florida. I didn't know who she was. She told me who she was. Don't be around here talking about you're going to get all these different things, characters you've heard of in these books and on Google to do work. Because I'm going to tell you something. It's something very dark behind it that you might not understand and they may won't pay. Just like I call on the crossroads and stuff. Do you think that I don't have to give offerings? I always give offerings to the crossroads. You understand what I mean? The temple is one of the biggest offerings it has because the temple of the crossroads, which is my temple that is, you understand, open for business. Mm-hmm. You understand? It's one big, huge offering to the crossroads. So when you call on these supernatural forces and stuff like that, you understand? You just can't tell them, hey, come on over here and do this to this lady and do this to this man and do this to this family. Just come on over. It don't work like that. They have to be fed. And I don't care what nobody say. They want blood offerings. Now, so hey, every now and then, like I'm getting ready for people who need blood offerings. I'm having ritual and ceremony. Get your $50 in when I go, and you will, like, if you got any obstacles in your life or anything, you need mountains moved, you need protections, $50 will get you blood offering rituals where only the people who actually are participants will actually be able to be a part of the ceremony, for that privacy and stuff like that. Thank you to the Patreons that continue to pay, and I'm not even there. I am so sorry. I was told that most of my teachings and stuff like that need to start going to the Patreons because they still sending money. I'm like, what? Yikes. But I think what it is, it's a form of them just donating. Some of y'all might be in here now. Thank you so much. I think they're just donating. You know what I mean? Some people just donate. They say, well, I do get a lot from her on YouTube. But then sometimes I feel like they do need some things that are exclusive. I'm going to be opening up my members only. This is the place where I will be collabing in depth. Because I got some things I need to teach y'all, you know what I mean? And so I'll make the memberships as cheap as $10 a month. Or I'll fix it where you can get what you need to get and grab and go for one time only. How about that? Now, What you say? Raquel said Mr. Willie is right. You right. He had to tell me that. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. Raquel said, Mother, you are walking beauty. You know, my thing is this right here. Sometimes, we can kind of get lost in the sauce sometimes, as content creators, as public figures. Sometimes you get a distraction. When you get a distraction or what have you, you got to really sit down and see what's going on in you. Why you so easily distracted? What's going on at this moment? And you got to catch yourself and say, hey, look, it's something bigger that I should be paying some attention to, and something wants to diverge my attention from what is very important. So, that's one you could put in your arsenal. Always be particularly, you know what I'm saying, aware of distractions, because it's something I want you to see. What I wanted to know is for the person who's interested, and then I got to realize Mr. Will is a mature man, and whereas I might just feel like, hey, I'm gonna walk some more. Yeah. Get my maturity out. I'm angry. You understand? It's good to have somebody to balance you out and just tell you, hey, what are you doing this for? Is it gonna make some? Mr. Will ain't. Y'all don't think Mr. Will pimping me? No, I'm just teasing. Mr. Will, like, you better go out there. Go out there and chase your mind. So he's a much more mature man. So a lot of things and stuff like that I might get pissed off about. He like saying, you pissed off the people that's bothering you. Can't do nothing you do. They don't have the responsibility on their hand you got. He said, move on. But let me say something about Mr. Will and tell Mr. Will, oh, they've been talking about you. Mr. Will get pissed off. But now, y'all, I'm done with that. Okay, so hi, Seaweed Witch. I think you are the first to say you want your reading. Seaweed Witch, if you still here, talk to me. You want me to read the protective bones? And once again, these will be on sale for $50. I'm going to put them on my website. Okay. I have a mat right here. But what I'm going to do more than likely is I'm going to have a quilted mat. And the quilted mat will show you the different areas of the person's life. The quilted mat will be in the form of, I can't tell everything because y'all, sometimes it's not fair for me to do all of this discussing and teaching to people who say that they are my competitors. And then they come there and they do the same thing I do. Meanwhile, you go on their channel, they're just only promoting their services. But they come to my channel, and I'm giving all the information, and they're learning everything from me. That takes a toll on you. It's draining. It's tiring. So this is why I'm going to have to be very careful with that here in the future going forward. 4 and 5 hours worth of a whole lot of content of teaching, but the same individuals that steal from me are just more or less saying, hey, come and buy my services and talking mad shit about me. Tell me what that's fair and balanced. Seaweed Witch, come on, talk to me. How did you want to do this? I think Seaweed Witch. Okay. Did you want the card? Did you want your one card pull? Or you want the bones? Let me know which one you want. Hey, Gail, thank you for moderating. Hey, Crystal Raven Rose, thank you, too, for moderating. Because the trolls were finna get amped up. You want the bones? Woo, she want the bones, okay? We're going to throw this right here, and I'm going to give you one important area, okay? Now, of course, I cannot sit down here and read all of where the placements is with this situation, but I can, do some other. Go ahead and blow on this bag. Blow on this bag. Press 1 after you have blown on this bag. I'm watching. Blow. And while you blowing, okay. spirit that once walked the earth, the living being that once inhabited these bones. I come to you right now, seeking answers for seeking. Let us know the key one mystery that she needs to be concerned with right at this very moment. I have sacrificed and I have fed these bones. If there is any other payment, let me know right now. Thank you in advance. I'll love you. For one thing, you're hiding something. It shows that you're hiding something. And it says that there are a lot of people around you that's trying to find out the mysterious nature of yourself. It looks as if though you may be hiding something that that you may not be able to discuss around other folks. Do you want me to show your placement so people can see what I'm talking about? Your strengths and all that. But it says that you're a very powerful person and that you're overly protective of your gifts. And did you want to see this? Let me know if you want to see this. You got a strong backbone that you keep to yourself. You just don't let anybody tell you anything. You're going to test this thing out first yourself before you trust anybody else's judgment. Now, some things are far away from you. Some things are far away from you. But that's the one thing that needs to be told. It's good that you are protecting yourself, but some things that some folks need some help. But I gather maybe they're not deserving of what you have. Because you choose wisely who's going to get your energy and who's not. Now that's what I'm picking up on here. And I'm going to turn this around so you can see, say you want to see how this thing is placed. You see that? See how this upside your face is upside down? And had it been upright like that, it'd been a different story. But it was like that. Hello? Okay. Concentrate on your super strengths. Be wise as to who benefits from it and who don't. Because you don't work too hard to just be casting all your pearls off the swine. Okay? I know that it's not as in depth as it should be, but I know I have to make it brief because I didn't even realize there's people. I didn't realize there was so many people. Y'all know the whole time I thought wasn't nobody even in the chat. I didn't realize y'all had them showed up and showed out. Hold on.
Long ago.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. Y'all know that commercial was coming. The depths of the ocean, the coast of Africa, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Madagascar. Feel within my mind and my womb the insight to be able to divine for these participants that are in the midst of this circle. Ashe. Millicent! Okay, Millicent is next. Okay. Millicent. We can either do cards or bones. Yeah. When it come to these bones and stuff, now this something right here could take a long little in-depth time, so I can only provide brief things for you. The cards. This is brief too because we're gonna pull one, but if it's really mysterious, I'm going to pull a second card for you. Sometime when it get real intense, I'm gonna pull 3. So you want the card, okay? Yeah, the bone can get kind of spooky over here. They can get kind of spooky. She said I want the cards. And then I got other bones too, that I divine and with. Let's see that. These have been boiled in herbs, special herbs. One particular herb came all the way from Nigeria. We got our guava shells in it and everything. Guava shells, those when it come to the guava shell, because it'd be interesting. Can you go back? Can somebody go back and tell me whether her shells was upside down? Can you tell me? See, was your shells upside down or was they sideways? Was they sideways or upside down? See, I can't even get over here to see. I'm trying to stay on the screen. Upside down. Yes, Kate. It's gonna be just a minute because I got quite a few people in here that are waiting. I'm having a moment. Millicent. I see some things that need to be done for you. You need the roads open for you. You need the roads open. You got some blockage. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome. TF says, thanks for the live. Thank you for showing up. Yeah, you do. And I see the remedy. And I'm telling you, if you do this right here, oh my God, man, your cup runneth over. I can see where your cup can run over if you can do this right here. But first, let's pull your card. Go ahead and blow on this card there. Oh, symbol of the crossroads. Come and assist me with this one card from Millicent right now. She needs to know what's ahead of her road. We're gonna pull a card. But if it needs to be further information, we'll pull a second card. Please give us the information of what she needs to know that is pertinent. Ashe. Ashe. Press 1 if you blew on it. Other people can blow all day long. It's not going to give you This is just wasting your breath. It's only gonna be for Millicent. Millicent, press 1 when you're blown on the deck. Okay, so you go. This is for Millicent. No other person. Just Millicent. Listen on. Now I be saying a lot of stuff now, but I can't draw this all the way out. But I seen some things you done been through. I'm not gonna put your business out there. I'm not gonna talk about it. Okay? I'm just gonna pull one simple card pull. I'm not gonna tell you your whole life, okay? Okay, here we go. Just like I said. How do I put this? Can I be completely honest? Can I be completely honest with you, Millicent? The cards don't lie. Millicent, press 1 if I can be 100% honest with you. You got a root card. Somebody did some work on you, baby. Somebody did some work on you. Come on now, y'all bothering me. Stop bothering me. Y'all hang on a minute. Messing up my flow and my vibes. But listen, let's talk. Now, you may be aware of it, or you might not be aware of it. But somebody got rules on you, baby. I did some work on you. I'm waiting on your response. If you feel like, oh, you don't want to go any further, then you don't have to say anything else. Yeah, let me tell you what I saw. A circle got to be drawn on pavement. It need to be drawn with cornmeal. And you got to put that chicken down there. The chicken, most time I use black chicken, but it was showing me white chicken for you. You got to put that chicken down there. And only to, so you can break this curse. You understand? But it's something that's got to be a maintenance. It's got to be a maintenance, not like a one-time fix. You know what I mean? Reason why I'm saying that your life might be going fine. But what I see is that there's something, it was a breakthrough. And this thing right here keeping you from getting your breakthrough. You supposed to have plenty of money. Now you might say, Mom, I got plenty of money now. I don't even need no money. I'm good where I'm at. But if it's not money, it is some form of some kind of a gift or something another like that that's being blocked. Come on, talk to me. It's being blocked. Somebody's benefiting from your blessings. You shouldn't want or need for nothing. So that cornmeal need to be sprinkled down in a circle. Understand? And then it should be a candle and 2 glasses of water. And then you put that red chicken and let that red chicken run in there. When that red chicken get out that circle, you slaughter it. Or you catch it. You catch that chicken and take that blood. You understand what I mean? Put it in a bowl. And you need to clean and wash your face with it. Cause the root is up here. What you got going on is in the upper part. Or you may feel it down in the lower part, but you didn't manage to get here in the upper part of it. Yeah. So anyways, that's the best way I can describe it without taking too much time. You know what I mean? So, okay, so my client is here. Y'all, save this. I'm coming back. I gotta go now. This lady don't play. Okay. Let me get with her because 9. I'll be back. Because I got a lot of people I got to read. Okay? Bye-bye now.